Hi, today I am going to show you how to use Xlookup functionality in Excel. So before we get into the topic, I just want to tell you guys a couple of things. Right? So one is that when to use this Xlookup functionality. We already have different types of functionality, right, in lookup. So we have lookup functionality, we have VLOOKUP functionality, we have Xlookup functionality, and we have Xlookup functionality. Often, all these functionalities gives almost the similar results, right? So when to go for Xlookup functionality. So uh, in my experience, what I can tell you guys is that when you have somewhere close to 60 columns and you have 2 lakh rows, in these scenarios you can choose Xlookup instead of VLOOKUP, and it will save a lot of processing time. And if you have only 6 columns to do the lookup, and in those cases you can just use the VLOOKUP function. And the second thing I want to tell you guys is that uh, Xlookup functionality and the index match function. So these two are also similar in length, but if you ask me at any given scenario if I can use the index and match functionality, I'd rather use that because that's the most efficient functionality in Excel. So, but this Xlookup functionality, it is almost customizable to multiple problems, and the solutions can be customized in a different way in using Xlookup. So let me show you how it is done. So automatically. So in this example, I have this table wherein I have the student names and the mark which they have procured, and my requirement is to grade the students as with respect to the marks which they have procured. So for this thing, I can either use a VLOOKUP or an XLOOKUP, and I often see people use VLOOKUP in a different ways. Like they will put the ranges as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, etc., and they will put that this has fail and this has pass, and they put a VLOOKUP onto the numbers till 100 and they do it. But it's not an advisable way to do it, and there is a short methodology wherein we can bypass this and we can do it through VLOOKUP itself. And now I'm going to explain you how to do it through XLOOKUP, right? So I'm gonna use this formula XLOOKUP. So what is the number which I want to look up to? So that is in column B, right? I'm selecting column B, and I'm just gonna go to lookup array. So my next parameter is lookup array, and where I'm going to look up. So this is the range I am going to look up, right? I'm gonna put this range, and the next thing is the return array. So I want the grades to be populated. So I'm just taking this particular column is the grades, right? So once it's done, it is asking me what if it is not found. So what would be not found is greater than 79. It is not found, right? So in this particular case, I am going to put as outstanding. So the next is a match mode, and 0 means it is an exact match, and 1 means it is not an exact match, and -1 also means that it's not an exact match. But now I'm going to go with 1. Okay, and the next is the search mode, right? Search mode is -1. Yeah. So once I do it, I get the grades populated automatically right here. So one is until 29, I want it to be failed, right? 25 I got failed, 30 I got as average, right? And more, whatever, whenever the number crosses this range, it goes to the next best option, right? It's average. Until 49, it would be average, and above 49 to 59, it would be above average. Yeah, if you can see here 55 it is coming as above average, and from 55 to 79 it will be distinction, right? And I don't have an example here for distinction. So if I make this as a 78, right, it would be distinction. Yeah. And above 78 it is outstanding till 100, right? So this is how I have done it. And This is as per this particular ranges, right? So if my I can update the it in the other way also. If my range is uh, inverse of this, I can populate as a field, right? So I have the uh, lower limit defined in this particular table, and the lowest limit I will make it as a failed case, right? So I'm going to go to this particular case. So in this particular case, I'm going to go to the mark as a lookup value, and then my range as a look value, and my return array is the grades, right? So there is no change in this part. My next part is a not found, right? So what is not found here is a fail case. So I'm going to put fail, and the next is the match mode. So there my match mode was 1. Here it would be the smallest number, right? So in the option 2 you can see that exact match of the next smaller item. So I'm going to put -1 here, and then I'm going to search from first to last. This can be any order we want it to be. So yeah, once done. So here also I am getting the same results as the previous thing. Only thing is that my ranges are all different here. So I am trying it in a different way. So this is my first example, and I'm going to go to my second example. That is the lookup search, right? So I have a list of employees here, and the salaries are mentioned in column D, and the period is mentioned in column B. If you can see in first example, Mohammed, he is getting 10,000 as salary for the month of January, but in the month of March, the same Mohammed is getting salary of 5 lakh rupees, right? So I'm going to highlight these two things. I'm going to highlight this in orange. Okay. So now my first problem is that I want to know the last drawn salary of Mohammed or any of my employees, right? So what I'm gonna put is formula Xlookup. Zoom it out. What the- So I'm gonna put a formula Xlookup. So what is the name, right? Okay. I want to search in this particular column, and I want to return what the salary is. So I'm going to have D, and if not found, I'm going to simply say that it's not found. So I want to see if it is an exact match. So I want an exact match in this particular case. So I'm going to go with 0, and then I have to search from first to last or last to search. I have sorted my data in the ascending order in period. So I'm going to go for last to first search to get the latest salary. So it would be -1, right? And yeah, I'm going to close this. So once I put this formula, I'm getting 5 lakh. That is the last drawn salary of all the employees, right? So yeah, this is the one. So the next thing is that I want to know the first drawn salary of all the employees. So that would be pretty straightforward. I'm gonna put this particular name. Where is my range? My range is here, and my salary. If not found, I have to say what should be displayed. Yeah, this should be displayed. I want it to be an exact match, so I'm gonna press 0, and then I'm just gonna type here as 1 instead of -1 to get the first drawn salary. Yeah. If you can see here, Mohammed, I am getting the first drawn salary here, and here I am getting the last drawn salary. Uh, Using the Xlookup functionality, and provided I sort this particular table in a particular order. So I have sorted this at a ascending order, and if you want it at a reverse way, we can do it a reverse sort, and then we change the formula from first to last as minimum drawn salary and last to first as first round salary. That also is possible. So this is what I wanted to demonstrate to you today. And if you like my videos, click like button, and for more such videos, click subscribe button.